Hello, everybody. This is Adrian J. Hogue and Roy Stiles here from Johnny Canuck Talk, aka Johnny Canuck Pod,
Yes.
or wherever, maybe on the street when you pass us by, or in the grocery store, or maybe you grew up knowing us, or you're part of our family, or you're a neighbor, or something like that.
Yes. And for all of that, we are sorry.
Yes. We apologize for the times we offended you
That's right.
with poor taste, bad jokes, whatever it is, whatever it was.
We apologize.
Sorry.
Our thoughts and prayers are with you.
We're very sorry.
Isn't that what you say anymore?
That's,
No?
I'm so sorry.
I don't know. I see that on Twitter a lot.
Hey,
what's around your neck? First of all, before we get into anything, what are you wearing? Those headphones are beautiful. What is that colorful scarf you have upon
These are actually
you?
fantastic headphones.
I can hear you really well.
What?
Yeah.
Oh. So this fantastic thing that I have around my neck, I'm just going to show you. Can you tell the color of this?
It looks red.
No, it's a hot pink. This is a hot pink.
Sorry, hot pink.
This is yellow. Okay. So what we have here, of course, I got the Lemieux. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But this.
No, it doesn't.
Is an authentic Erlangen Pink Skunks inline hockey jersey. So I played
wow
I still am technically with this team. Inline hockey with the Pink Skunks. Look at that.
The Pink Skunks.
And bam. That's
your name.
That's my name. And I'm an international player, so I get the Canada tag.
Oh.
So nobody messes with me.
Nice. No. Don't mess with Canadians.
You got a problem, dude? You got a problem? They don't mess with me.
Nice. I mean, who would mess with a pink skunk anyway? I wouldn't.
That's the whole point. That's the whole point.
Because you stink or you guys aren't very good.
That's actually pretty fun. We're an average team. We're like in the middle. We're an average team.
That would be average. The middle is average. You're right.
A really tough team. And the reason they thought it was ironically funny to have a pink jersey. So teams think that, whatever, but it's actually really,
which is weird, isn't that still like
every.
But isn't that a weird thing still? Is that the color pink is not masculine? I don't understand why colors have to be feminine or masculine. I think we're done with that, aren't we? Are we past that?
Yeah.
Like that's an archaic way of thinking, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I love that you got pink. To be honest, I look really good in pink.
The current uniform, is actually blue and gray. So this is it's a relic of my past.
Third jersey. Nice.
Right. Yeah.
Awesome.
So obviously there's lots going on in Canucks land. We got an exhibition game coming up, big time, big excitement, guys. But
I am excited.
Before we get to that, I want to talk about recycling.
Who doesn't?
This is an important topic, Roy. Recycling.
Yes, I love recycling. I am a recycler.
So I want to see if Canada can go toe to toe with Germany as far as recycling. So give me the lowdown.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
That's great. That's great that you can do it. So I want you to explain to me the process that you go through to recycle your goods.
That I personally go through, or that the average person goes through. Okay. The average being in the middle.
You choose. Okay.
Well, because I'm not the average person. I'm not your average dummy. No. Wasn't that a commercial? Anyway, it doesn't matter. So recycling here, what I do.
Surplus Herbies.
Still around. Still around.
Sweet.
I know. They have really nice foamies. Anyway, so with my recycling program here, what we do each and every day, my family is probably driven nuts, but I separate absolutely everything: glass, styrofoam. We have plastics. We have plastic bags, flexible plastics. We have compost. I'll be honest, the only thing I don't really recycle is compost. We don't have a compost recycling here in Kamloops. We do down on the coast. I think big cities probably have it, but here in Kamloops, we haven't got it. We have all this land to have a compost facility, but we don't have one. It's kind of disappointing, to be honest. But at the school I was at, we did composting as well. So I tried to introduce this at the last school I was at, Arthur Hatton Elementary, and we recycled everything. Kids were involved. We separated, we cleaned, we washed, we made sure everything was good. And we were starting to open it up to the whole entire school. We just did it kind of for about a third of our school. And it was really successful. The amount of garbage we saved was amazing. And we were creating compost for the school garden. Here at my house, I do everything except the composting. That's my next thing, is to buy a composter, one of those rotating ones, big silver, big metal bin. They're about $800 here, but totally worth the investment,
right?
Because of the amount of compost you get and what will be good for the garden. So I love composting. I have no problem putting it in bed. I actually went to the recycling depots here and requested the bags that they use to put all the items in, so that when I drop it off, I'm just dropping off a bag that they just have to throw in a truck. I've gotten great feedback on that. They are really appreciative of that. But the thing is to make sure you're always up to date on what to recycle, how to recycle, where to recycle. So at my house, I think we do a really good job of it. In Kamloops, I think everybody we have those curbside, and everybody throws anything in there. So whether it's curbside or not, they're just throwing it in. And then I've heard through a contact in our city that a lot of the stuff that gets dumped at our recycling facility here actually just gets pushed into the garbage, which is really sad. So it's not, I would say the recycling program isn't amazing. I would argue that. So I think I do a great job. I think I'm amazing at it. But you have to be, and I've run into a lot of people that do a really great job. So, but you have to be passionate about it. And if you're not passionate about it, it's not going to happen.
You sound passionate.
I am. I'm going to bring it on to my next school. That's my goal. If I could be in every school of the district in the next 20 years, which is not likely, but I want to see it. I want to see it work somewhere. So if 2 schools can get it going and we can kind of help each other out, then I think it's something to push forward to at least the school district and see what we can do school-wide. I think learning institutions should be the ones that start these things out anyway. We're the place that we learn. And if it doesn't work, then we change it. And that's growth mindset, man. Growth mindset, baby.
Wow.
There you go. That's recycling in a nutshell here. How about you in Germany?
You're pushing your personal recycling agenda on people with fury.
Yeah.
You're
recycle or else.
You're like a recycle hero.
I should have a superhero. It's just a
recycle man.
Recycles. There, yeah. Person. Recycle person.
Sorry. Recycle person.
Recycle guy.
Recycle. Okay. Hey, recycle.
Oh. I feel a cartoon series coming on. Do those still exist? Cartoons?
You could voice it. You could do the voiceover.
Yes. Of Recycle. How's Germany at recycling?
Yeah, so I did a dump run today. And for listeners that don't know what a dump is, because people don't, when I say in Germany to my friends over here, well, I don't have any friends, to the people I know over here that are maybe German or not Canadian, I'm going to the dump. They think I'm talking about something else. But I mean going to the tip. Why. Going to the tip is what they call it.
Tip?
The tip. Because I guess you tip your, I don't know. It's like the tip.
I don't really
iceberg of my junk. I don't know. So I've got a small car, Toyota Yaris. Everybody, our listeners have heard about my Toyota Yaris. It's amazing. It's driven all over the place. We just went to Croatia and back. It's nothing. Anyway,
Yaris.
Little hatchback, right? Like that's, I'm just drawing a diagram of it. And it's got the little hatchback, put the seats down, and I packed that thing solid. Like you think of it like the back of a truck. You've got the back. That's another diagram. And you load it up.
You're good at those.
I load about the same amount into the Yaris. It's probably not legal, but I do it. It's amazing. Load the sucker up with everything you can imagine. Go to the dump, the tip, the Recyclehof, as we call it here in Germany. And you drive up, and it's very well organized because we're in Germany and you have to pay. You pay. It's only €5. Not bad. €5, and you drive up to this. Yeah, you drive up to the top of this hill. So it's like an elevated hill. And then there are these big...
Just push your car off the lid.
Just dump it up.
And then if you walk down, you get a new Yaris and you
put it on jacks. No, that's how it is in Canada. You just shovel all the crap out into a landfill and then bye. That's not how it works in Germany. So No. So there are about 15 giant bins, like the bins that go on the back of a train,
Truck
like,
or train.
or
Yeah.
a giant, like a truck.
I
Or a
know what
train.
you're talking, like
Huge
container
metal
bins.
containers. Yeah, huge
Yeah.
containers. And then there are signs above each container that says like Restmüll, which is like garbage, or Holz, which is wood, or Innenholz, which is inside wood, or Außenholz, which is outside wood, or Metall, or Fabrikmetall, or so there are many, many different things.
How many bins are there? It's like 1,000. You
There's
just have to
less than
walk
a
around.
thousand. It's between 0 and 1,000, somewhere
Oh,
around
perfect.
like 15.
And so
So
you open up the hatch and you just walk around with your garbage, sorting it.
So what I do every time I go, now this is for sure true. Every time I go, I try to look as German as possible, that I know what I'm doing and I know where everything that's in the car needs to go, because every single little thing, even a little plastic toy or a metal roddy thing, like a thing that it's metal and you're like,
With the
what is this
rod.
for? I don't know. I'm gonna throw it away. All right. They all go in a separate container. And it seems like
Okay.
I feel like I got heat on me every time I go to this recycle hof. I show up and there's a few guys, they got their like orange jackets, they all got beards, they're tall, big German dudes. And you show up, you get out of your car, you look over, and they're looking right at you like, what's he gonna do with
Where
that?
where where are you gonna put your stuff?
Yeah,
What happens if
exactly.
you get it wrong?
Oh,
Do
they
they
tell
dump
you.
you?
Oh, yeah, so I'll get to that. So yeah, so the
Oh, okay.
first thing I grab, I pull out of the car, whatever it is. I hear this guy shouting, bellowing across the parking lot, over in this container kind of thing. I look over, yeah, he's looking at me. And I have actually listening to our podcast, the Johnny Canuck podcast, to see how amazing we are. Actually, that's not true. I was listening to something.
That's called a plug.
That was a
Go
plug.
ahead. Yeah.
I was actually listening to, I think, Canucks.
Wham. No?
Yeah. Take on me.
Yes.
Should I sing it now or later?
Let's wait for later. Let's hear the rest
Okay,
of your
I'll
story.
save it for later. I'll do like
Yeah.
okay. Anyway, yeah. So more or less every single item. It's a little bit of cat and mouse that we play, me and this guy. So in the first 3 or 4 items I'm bringing out, he's watching me. I can tell, and I'm trying to pick the right bin. Every single time I was picking the wrong one. So he's on me now. Like he like comes over to the car. He's looking in. He looks at me. He looks at what I got in my hand. I look at it too. I look at him. There's a lot of, we have masks on too, right? So there's lots of just like body language and like eye movement and stuff. And luckily, a few other people show up that were even more, like foreigner looking than I was, even though I've lived here for 16 years. And he looked at their vehicle and saw like all kinds of things that he was sure they wouldn't be able to organize properly. And then so he went to them, and as soon as I noticed that window was open, I was like, bam, quick, and then just started like as fast as I could unloading stuff into the containers that I thought they were supposed to go in.
And then booked it.
And then I booked it with my Toyota Yaris. Booked it fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good. So that's very organized there.
Yep. Yeah. Very organized.
At the main tip here in Kamloops, we have those containers now too. 4 of them, but everything goes in them. So, but on your way into the dump, you sort out your tires, wood, metal. Like you can sort your paints and all that stuff. So they have sorting stations, electronics, everything. So not everything goes in there anymore.
Nice.
But they have different piles, and then big trucks come by and take them away and stuff like that. But it is getting a little bit better. But they don't have people sitting there going, don't dump in here. They're assuming you've already sorted it, so they put all the trust on the consumer or on the person that's doing the paying. But the thing is you're allowed to unload the metals, the wood, all of that stuff for free. And then you get weighed. So if you decide not to dump them and you bring your tires and everything with you to the scale, you're going to pay more. Right? So that's the incentive is sort your stuff out before you get over here. And then you're actually just throwing stuff that has to be dumped.
You know who's got sorted stuff out right now?
Jim Benning? Did I get it right? I was going
to say Travis Green ahead of the Winnipeg game where he has to sort out who's going to get a good last look.
He's already done it.
He's already
already
done
done it.
It's already done. And
He's
this
already
video
done
wasn't about that. This video was about recycling in Canada and recycling in Germany. And
I think that's the recycling sign
that's it.
with arrows. Imagine this blue with arrows and better triangle.